you ready?
Yep.
Okay. How many of you have been through a peer critiquing process in your English classes before, or in your language classes? What is peer critiquing?
Like reading through it and getting feedback
Reading through it and getting feedback. Why do we do that?
to get someone else's.
Okay, one thing is to get someone else's. How many of you have written an essay and then you found it 2 years later? It's horrible. Why is it horrible?
Because you see how much you have improved, and it was like, oh my God, how could I ever written this?
How could I have written this? I've improved so much. I didn't see so many things. One of the things that the peer critiquing process can do for you is it can make 2 years pass in one class period. Because the process, the peer critiquing process, can create critical objective distance. You know how you finish something and you think, I can't see anything wrong with this? You know what I mean? It's perfect. Give me an A+, right? This is a way for you to create some distance so that you can see your work more clearly. That's the way peer critiquing is going to work in here, and that's the process that I want to outline on the board. That's what we're going to go through on the college app essays, okay? Now, when I get through talking about this, I want to get some feedback from you about how much this looks like something you've done already, and if this is any different in any way from what you've done already, okay? So listen carefully and then tell me what you can about that. The first thing that's going to happen is that you're going to be in groups, okay? We're probably going to use the same groups as we did for the Garcia Marquez presentations. Maybe not, there may be a little adjusting, but we'll see how it goes. So you get into your groups, and what is the first thing you do with your essay?
Read it out.
Read it.
No. The first thing you do is it goes to the person next to you. Now, it's going to be on a computer, so you have to share it and make it work like that. And then what happens?
They
They
Huh?
read for you.
Say it again.
They read your essay.
They read your essay. Why?
So you can figure it out with another.
How many of you have done that before? You've had other people read your essay out loud. You've done that in a class before? You've done it in a class before? Okay? What's it like to do that?
It gives you better.
Does it feel kind of strange at first?
Yeah.
Yeah? But
Especially
then...
when it's like something more personal, like the college essays that you talk about something that you've been through, and it's something that usually you don't have that intimacy with the person that is reading your essay, so she can like read it.
Wow, that's a really good response, and
It's
that's
like
exactly what's
you
going
feel
on
like
with
an
it.
open book, and you
Yeah.
might not even know the person that well.
And that's actually what's really going to go on with this essay, is that it's going to be read like that, isn't it? You know, so this is a way to help you see the work that you are creating in a very objective kind of way. What is the second thing that you're going to do? What's it say on the board?
Comment on your essay.
After you have read this one out loud, this one gets read out loud. After that one's read out loud, this one is read out loud. All of the essays get read out loud first. After the essay is read out loud, you take the essay that you read out loud. It's not yours. You take the essay that you read out loud and you are going to mark it. You're going to find places where, oh, you know, I think there's a mistake here. Or, oh, you know, I think you could have added something here. Where are you going to get thoughts and ideas for doing this? What are you going to use to help you? The rubric. Where's the rubric?
Google Classroom.
The rubric is in Google Classroom. You can give it a mark. According to each of those categories, you can give it comments based on what those categories say. You can make suggestions for adding, or if somebody's got too many words, taking away things, or you could fix it this way. And then what's the next part of the process?
Let's discuss.
How does that work?
Just talk about your essay and like how you.
Here's the tricky part. It is discussion after you have written, each of you has written a response to one essay. But each of you has heard all of the essays read out loud, right? So after the critiquing has been done, the written part of the critique, then you take the essay that is not yours and you discuss what changes you think should be made in the essay. Who else speaks? Anybody in the group who wants to, except one person.
The person who wrote this.
The person who wrote the essay does not speak. Why?
Because you wrote the essay.
Because part of the experience of doing this is for you to be like a third eye, looking down on what it's like for other people to be discussing your work. Remember I said at the beginning, this is to create an objective distance, right? 2 years pass in one class period. And that's the way this is to go. Now
What if I just like really don't want other people reading hearing my
you know, that's a real good question, especially on this essay, because this essay may have some personal things in it. So you're gonna have an opportunity to run it by me before we do the critiquing. And if there's something that would be like that is sensitive, I'm not gonna put you in an awkward position, okay? The greatest majority of you, yeah, it's gonna be fine, okay? And if somebody is just trying to get out of critiquing because I'm not gonna let you do that. But if it's something that would, you know, I'm not gonna put you in a bad place, okay? So, discuss each of the essay. The writer only listens after the paper is discussed. The writer gets to talk. The writer can explain, oh, I thought I was doing this, or oh, that's a good idea, thank you, or, you know, I don't agree with any of what you said, but I do see a way to do it. Okay? And that's the way things work. Does everybody understand how that is going to work? Now, I asked you for some feedback at the beginning of this. How many of you have done something just like this?
All different, but
How has it been different?
it's probably just like another person, they read my essay and I read theirs, and then we just
Okay, anyone else?
Same thing as we did
Same
that.
things with-
Yeah, we
Tell
did
me,
that.
Louisa.
When we were writing, can I say?
Hmm?
Okay. That's a lot.
Okay.
Can you say that?
No.
No. Anyways, we
We already like talked about our essays.
Yeah,
That's what
like
she's
I
gonna
read
say.
that.
You've already been through part of this. I'm still gonna have you go through this formal thing, because it might be with different people and, you know, that kind of thing.
No,
So,
it's because we're in the same group.
Ah, okay.
And we already like
Okay.
read.
Then we'll figure that out. I'm not gonna make you do something a second time just because, okay? Any other questions on this? If this makes sense, I'll go ahead and say thank you for filming.
Yep.
And we've got just 9 minutes left.